Let's do a deep dive into AI. Artificial intelligence growing at lightning speed. College grads and young workers wonder what the technology means for their careers. And according to a report from Wired, economists at Stanford University say they've found the strongest evidence yet that AI is starting to eliminate certain jobs. So it's a good time to bring in Will Knight, senior writer for Wired and author of the AI Lab newsletter. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's break this down. Tell us about this new research and what jobs AI will take.
Hi, yes, thanks for having me. So this report is really interesting. We often hear people say that certain jobs are going to be eliminated or there's going to be widespread unemployment, but actually there's been relatively little data to back that up. So this looked at payroll data for several years, ever since ChatGPT came online. And it shows that rather than specific types of jobs, it's particular categories of jobs and certain types of workers, mostly less experienced younger workers. So this makes sense because tools like ChatGPT can automate some of the simplest tasks, the kinds of things you might have like an intern or a junior person do in certain industries. So in places like coding or customer support, those are areas which are most sort of vulnerable to AI.
Let's talk about the good side of this, okay? It's not going to take all jobs. AI could actually create opportunities, and where might we see those?
Right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's important to note that another thing that they found was in some cases, people saw, even in those industries, saw their job opportunities increase sometimes because there are new roles for people to oversee AI and make sure that it's not making mistakes. So then now, one of the things is we don't know how things are going to pan out in the future, but this does suggest that there may be new categories of work. And the economists behind this recommend that what we need to do is start to think about maybe better ways of having AI and humans work together. So they recommend, additionally to this report, the idea of having benchmarks that measure how well humans and AI can collaborate. And that may encourage companies to develop new types of jobs and exploit new opportunities. There may be whole new businesses that could emerge from that.
Yeah, that leads to my next question. So with all this research in mind, where should young students and workers actually direct their focus to prepare themselves for an AI future? I know that's a big question.
It's a big question. It's a difficult one. I wish I knew. I wish I could say this was the safe place to go, because I mean I think a few years ago we all thought coding was going to be difficult to automate, and we're seeing more advanced things like math and science. But AI can tackle those. So I think the message I would say is to try and use these tools, to explore them and see how they can benefit you. I think one of the big questions we're going to face as a society is how to make sure we're still educating people so that they're really expert and can oversee and use these tools and maybe be more expert than them, even while they're using them. So I think you've got to embrace them, and I think that the message is overall we just need to keep an eye on what's happening.
Definitely. Will Knight, thank you for your insight. Let's chat again soon. Appreciate it.